exciting principle of modern dating. So fun. Dating is difficult these days, to say the least. America is tightening their grip on men and women and making them insecure, telling women they don't look good enough. They don't please men. They need to be thinner, need to be more giving to men's, need to be all these things. And men are telling them that they're not. Well, it's not really so much telling men directly, because we're more resistant, more stubborn, more, but telling us indirectly, getting us falling into our passions of sexual sin, of you need power, you need money, you need to be dominating, you need this product to be happy, to be influential, to be popular. And so those things make dating hard. And today our society has lost our common ground. We all have different values, and even those who say they share the same categories, Christian, it means many different things, and not just location, family, individually, it can be a lot different. So you think you know someone, but you really don't. They may say one thing, but they mean another. And I mean, all of those things are just human nature in general, but they're exacerbated today in society. So it's hard for two people to come together. They have to make equal sacrifice, which is hard in our individual-based society. They have to find the common ground and find connection, which is also hard to do. And they have to, be most likely be the same place, be doing the same things, and they need communal events to be healthy and good. And there's just less communal events, and the communal events in college a lot of times are partying, drinking, sex, all the things that are not conducive to a good, healthy relationship. And how you meet people is that way. So, and if you're not doing those things, then there's not a lot of community, men and women things to do. When you're together, you're more likely to be alone, and there's more temptation and more sexual failure, and less growing together in community and seeing what we're like around other people rather than just with each other. And yeah, it's difficult, and there's more things demanding our attention. With I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know if college it demands more of us in not just school, but is in events happening within college, and being a part of different clubs, being a part of different things. But just the distractions of our phones, of social media, of sports, or TV shows, movies, just anything that is entertaining. It's saying you don't have it good enough. You need this. You need this to be hard for us to filter these things and focus and prioritize. And relationships, we often get neglected, one or the other person or both, or dissatisfied with the relationship because the movies say it should be this romantic, perfect thing, or say this your girlfriend should be perfect, and pleasing us, and looking a certain way. And then a big part of relationships is a family, and a lot of times family is the present parents, relatives don't live in the same town, and I mean family in general don't live close together. But the parents aren't where the kids are, and so while courtship is most of it is too extreme, and looking over modern dating probably is not good enough, and it's hard to find a way to be accountable enough to community and family around you. That is something that's difficult. And now America, the society is very college kids are really bad at this. Is sticking with our age group, or even glorifying being younger, being childish, being progressive adolescents. So even when I find adults, we're still acting like adolescents, and so it's hard to find mentors and people to guide us, and we just find a lot of people in the same situation, so we can relate to, but can't give us a lot of direction. That can be hard, and I think that Jesus talks about the little children, and said, "In heaven we must be like the little children," and so there's principles that young children, that people younger than us can teach us. Just remind us what's sweet, what's innocent, what's pure, what's good, and we think about how do we want to protect their innocence and their purity, and helps us remember what we once were, and maybe what we've lost purity-wise, and maybe you can sense a foster attitude of wanting to return to that, being pure, and being just enjoying life where it's at, not having too many worries, laughter, and other good things that little kids have that we tend to lose sight of. Those are good as well, which is harder for us to interact with them, see them as often. So that's another tough thing. So basically, the loss of community in general is hard for relationships. And I think the media, society, it tries to make us enemies of each other. It tries to say you have to be in this camp or this camp, and it's Republican, Democrat, you have to be pro this, anti this, and they're just making us fight against each other rather than finding where we connect, and saying, hey, maybe some things are difficult, and maybe we should be so quick to come to a quick conclusion on this, or maybe it's more complicated, or maybe this isn't even an issue we should be focusing on that really matters. And so these things can also affect relationships and divide us even more, and And so I think it takes a lot more in relationships to make the relationship work today, and find common ground and find what you believe in, what the other person believes in, and what you both believe in together, and where you can go together. Also, because the sexual revolution, a lot of things, because marriage has declined and divorce is rampant. People, and because of loss of community and relationships, people don't understand or realize, don't know what a good marriage, man relationship, the partners that are married, what that looks like. And a lot of people have grown up in single parent homes or in very dysfunctional families, and so we're losing that sense of what it means to have a healthy and good marriage. And so number one, that makes us cynical and think that marriage isn't going to work, isn't going to last, that it's less valuable than it is, that it's not worth it, and it just that it means this or that when it really means something else. And two people coming together in different views of what marriage is, that's going to make relationships difficult, dating difficult. And then there's people who are staying in school longer, getting married later. The early 20s, the 20s, are when men are most the highest sex drive, have the highest sex drive, and just the fact of not being married makes it more difficult to control those, and I think that's not really good for us as men necessarily, and because of all these difficulties and sex drive and a lot of other things, but it has a propensity to drive men to give up on finding a marriage right now, and to just settle for casual sex, which is a lot easier to find these days because the loss of morals of all the things I've said that made relationships difficult. We're settling for less than what is good, what's healthy. And women, men have the sexual. Men and women both have sexual urges, but men are programmed to mate, and just like women, they're programmed to love and to find relationships as well. But women are programmed to find a spouse, to find someone who can provide, be someone who could provide security and lead the family and children, and they have a biological clock, and so they want to do that sooner than later, and so I think that makes it, and they don't have that urge, that desire to necessarily mate for mating's sake, like men do. And so women, in their desperation to find that provider, that person for their family, and not being able to find not seeing many good candidates or not experiencing good relationship in the past, more likely to give up their sexual their virginity, or their bodies, in the hopes that men will stick with them and they'll get married and love will happen. That'll solve relationship issues. Whereas men are less likely to stick around when they've conquered, they've gotten what they fulfilled their sexual urges, their mating urges, and they might be fine continuing that, but the woman wanting marriage, wanting a commitment, well, that's not really what the man's looking for at the moment. So he's more likely to run away, find another woman that's easy. But also he hypocritically, but just views woman as less. He respects her less, loves her less, because she did give up her body, her virginity for him, and he realizes he feels guilt himself for doing it, and the woman would feel less guilty by marriage and committed relationship, but the man knew that wasn't what his intimate desire was in the first place, unlike the woman, and so that's not really what he wanted in the first place. And so whereas the woman would feel less guilty being together, the man feels less guilty separating and being apart, and so it drives another wedge in potential of a relationship.